Well. If you are watching this right now, you are probably just like I was for a lot of my life. You can't reach your goals. You have these things that you set your mind to, that you see other people doing, and it motivates you. You're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. I want to achieve these things. I want to have that car. I want to do these cool things in life, have this lifestyle. You have these goals that you want to achieve. It's life, right? I mean, we all want to push our lives to be the best it can possibly be. Well, for a lot of us, we don't ever reach those goals. And it's unfortunate. It's like people always tell you, I mean, keep your head up, believe, do these things. You'll reach them eventually. But I mean, that's not always the case. And why is this? Why is it a lot of the time so hard to reach our goals? Now, I mean, look, there's a lot of different things that go into it. But this is just one thing that I've noticed a lot more recently, which I kind of always talk about on the channel, the recent stuff that's happening to me, that I look back on my life and I just notice, oh my gosh, this could have saved me so much struggle, so much hardship, so on and so forth. Now, growing up and doing YouTube, people have a lot of opinions about it. People are telling you what you should, what you shouldn't do, so on and so forth. When I started, I was 13 years old, and I was just like a sponge. I would listen to every opinion everyone would give me, and I would take it to account. I would start doing whatever they're giving me. A lot of the time, that got me into a crappy situation because someone would tell me something, but they weren't necessarily educated in the space. I just kind of took their word for it. Now, what is the lesson behind this? It's to not take advice from anyone who hasn't done what you are trying to do. Now, let's say, for example, you are trying to start your first business. Let's say it's a social media marketing agency, for example. You're working a ton, you're putting in the hours, you're learning, you're doing everything that you can. Well, you start talking to your friends, your parents about it, and they start telling you why it's not going to work. They start giving you advice on how to make it work. They start saying, no one would do that, or you need to be doing this or it's not going to work, or why haven't you tried this? All these people giving you opinions. I mean, we're human, right? We like to give opinions. It's what we do, whether they're right or wrong. So these people give you opinions, and a lot of us, we're just like, okay, you know what? Sure, I'll try it. No harm, no foul. Well, here's the problem. Once people start giving opinions and you start taking them, they start giving you more and more. They start getting more and more comfortable. Even if it started as a small little thing like, oh, you should tweet this, or have you tried doing this? Eventually it gets to the point where they're saying, that'll never work. Or if you're not doing this, you're never going to be successful. They'll start giving much bolder opinions. They're going to progressively get their foot more and more in the door until they're throwing their whole freaking body through that seal. So here's the problem. Like, there's some people who, yeah, it's fantastic to take advice from. But these people, most of the time in our lives who are giving us this advice, have never done the thing that you are trying to do. It's basically like a professional basketball coach going and coaching a professional football team. Sure, not to say that that basketball coach isn't extremely talented, even if he's the best in this field, but it's a completely different situation. It's a completely different sport. He wouldn't be able to coach you on that area. And when you're looking at it like that, it's like, well, yeah, why would I ever hire a basketball coach to coach a football team? That just doesn't make any sense. But in life where we don't have these direct titles, we're all just people. We're just like, okay, sure, I'll take the advice. I mean, they're older than me. They've been, I guess, successful. Let me take their advice. Now, sure, there's some overlap in things. It's not like, oh, this person hasn't run a successful marketing agency in the example's case. They can give me no piece of advice. No, that's not true, because inside of that marketing agency, there's a ton of different components. Let's say it's leadership. If your parent has time in leadership roles, then they can give you advice on that. But you can't expect advice on leadership or on advertising from your parent who has no advertising experience and take that. You have to be very selective of the information you're taking in. Okay, so enough of that example, but I just kind of wanted to drive that point home. So here's what you need to do. Here's the action steps that you can take going forward. Everyone's going to give you advice. You're never going to be able to stop that. Advice is going to come. Like I said, it's just human nature. So what you have to do is you have to develop a filter in your mind. When someone gives you advice, you have to run through a process. You have to say, has this person done what I'm trying to do? Is this person in a place that I want to get to? And if they check off both of those things, then say, is this advice good advice? Is it conductive? Have other people told me this same thing? Does it have a lot of backing behind it? Or is it just like a one-off reasoning? And then, of course, you have to use your own reasoning. You have to use your brain. Does this even make sense to me? Is this something that I would have thought of as a good idea if I just saw it online somewhere? You have to run through this process. Otherwise, you're going to get caught in this crazy cycle of trial and error, where you take advice from someone, you try it, and you fail, and you're back to square one. And then they say, oh, you should have done it this way. And then you try again, you fail, and you're back to square one. Over and over. Taking advice from people is great, but you have to be selective of the advice that you take. You have to develop a filter for every single person. Even watching this video, I'm giving you, I guess, advice in a way. You need to use a filter and say, well, does this make sense? Is this something I would like? You have to use the same thought process on everything you learn. There is a lot of noise online, a ton of it. And there's a lot of people who say things controversially on purpose that they know aren't true to get engagement. And there's a lot of people who don't realize that and they take that advice from people. You have to be very conscious of everything that is coming into you. And you have to have a filter that is blocking out, only taking in information that you believe at the bottom of your heart is conductive to where you want to go. And I can guarantee you, if you can do that, if you can develop that filter, still hear the advice but not take every piece of advice you hear unless you believe it's conductive, you will, without a doubt, start reaching your goals even 1% faster, which, let's be real, is better than nothing. Now, if you guys are looking to level up your life, that's honestly my entire passion. As you can tell by these videos, I can just yap for way too long. Go ahead, check out that first link in the description to try risk-free for 7 days, the product I have, and I guarantee that you will see some results within your first week. Absolutely first try. So, with that said, check it out. And I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.